Hey, we're back at it for another gem dropping episode. So, today we're going to talk about the 7 things I learned when home exchanging, right? And so, for those of you who don't know, I am Samela and I am the founder and CEO of Block. And Block is a home exchange community that believes that we all deserve to live leisurely. And so, because traveling is not an event, it's a lifestyle for us, we want to bring you the newest, latest, hottest gems, tools, and lifestyle hacks so that you can live your best leisure life because we believe that you should be able to live, work, and play anywhere you want as long as you want. And with Block, you can do that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We're very new here, but we plan on bringing the newest, best, hottest info. So stick around so you can stay aware and in tune with all of the things. So, back to today's story. I'm sharing with you the 7 things that I learned when I stayed at someone else's home as a home exchange. So let's just jump right in. So I stayed at a couple's home in Chicago, and it was an amazing time. The stay was like 6 days, so it was like an actual longer term stay. And it was an amazing experience. They had a 2 bedroom condo, 2 bed, 2 bath condo. And so let's talk about what I learned. So, the first thing that is extremely important is setting boundaries and expectations around the stay, right? So, one of their expectations for me and one of their boundaries was we are a shoeless house, right? Like, so they wanted you to leave your shoes at the door and don't walk throughout the house with it. And that's perfectly fine, right? But had they not told me, imagine if I would have just been like walking around the house in my shoes. So when they share the expectations of me, and I can share the expectations of them, hey, do you mind? I'm going to have company on Tuesday or whatever that looks like, right? Hey, I have a family member in town and I want to have dinner at the house. Do you mind? Right? Like, just being able to have this conversation allows everyone to feel like heard, and it allows us to continue to build the trust and avoid any miscommunications, right? So that's one. The second thing that I learned is I desire to leave their things how I left them or better, right? And so this could be dishes, right? Like if the dishes were left in the dishwasher and they're clean and I'm using them and I'm cleaning up, I could potentially put them up in the cabinet, right? Like after I'm done using them. I could potentially run the cycle after, right before I leave, right? Like ensuring that I am leaving their home how I found it and or better is just helpful for everybody. And I just believe that a little bit goes a long way while we're building new relationships and saying, hey, we may want to exchange again in the future. So this puts your best foot forward to leave things as you found them or better. The third thing that I discovered and figured out is the ability to be more self sufficient, right? So try to figure it out before you reach out, right? Is the actual thing. Because how does this remote control work, right? Like they had the TV and they had like all these remotes. And I had no clue how to use them. But like imagine me trying to text them or message them every time I didn't know something. They had a really amazing espresso maker, and I'm here for espressos. So, I was a little familiar because of my hospitality experience in hotels. I would go back there and make myself a coffee or make like a special guest a coffee or whatever, an espresso. So that wasn't as unfamiliar as this remote control situation. Which one is for the TV? Which one is for the soundbar? Which one is for this, right? But I went ahead and attempted to figure it out prior to reaching out to them just because, I can figure this out. Like, I'm a founder, figure it out. You are a traveler, you're a business owner. You can figure this out without being a bug or a pest and texting them for every little thing. So I would rather save my hey, quick questions moments for real life things that I needed to ask them versus just like every little thing. So that's number three. But before I go into the others, it is such an amazing experience to be the product of my own business, right? So, being able to exchange homes and actually live this leisure lifestyle actually was something that I was already doing, hence the business model being so clear. But being a product of my own product is exactly how I'm learning these things and building the brand that you all may know, love, and want to begin to trust. So, this is why these videos are important, so that I can let you all know that I'm not just selling the idea of home exchange, I'm actually exchanging homes and swapping experiences with other people. So, back to the list. Number four, communication is everything, right? Like clear messages. You're not texting your friend. Even if they are your friend, it's a professional type of situation. So you should be thinking about making sure that the message is clear, making sure it's understood, making sure that you're articulating yourself the first time around, so that way it doesn't have to go back and forth 6 times. Oh, wait, what did you mean? Oh, wait, what do you think about this? Like you can just share those things and make it as clear as possible so that we can get to a resolution as clear as possible as soon as possible. Number five, personal touches make small personal touches make a huge difference. And so, because home exchange is low cost to no cost, they are doing you a favor and you are doing them a favor, right? And so, little small gestures go a long way. So, I was writing like little handwritten notes for them when I left about my time at their home and like the energy and like the productivity level because of the sunlight that I was able to experience. I replaced the things like if I ate a bag of chips, I replaced it, right? Like things of that sort, like replace the coffee. Just doing things that let them know that I absolutely appreciated the opportunity at staying at their home makes a huge difference. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It's just something that's thoughtful and authentic, and it'll be received very well. So, number six, it is so amazing to understand that you're doing something that's bigger than you, right? Like, exchanging a home is so very personal, but it also offers like this sense of belonging because this person has entrusted you to stay in their home with their valuable items, with their personal things, right? And so, knowing that you're part of a bigger ecosystem, knowing that you are being trusted and someone relies on you, like you naturally show up with the extra layer of integrity, an extra layer of authenticity, an extra layer of genuine, I appreciate you, right? And so that is a huge, huge perk in realization that I experienced like firsthand by simply staying at their home. And then the last thing, which was so funny, anybody who knows me knows that I literally walked around saying that I am not a pet person. I don't do animals. I'm not really about that life. Well, it seems that things have changed. As of 2024, I'm officially a pet person. They had a cat. And while I wasn't like sleeping with the cat and doing all those things, I was just like so friendly. We would sit on the balcony together. The cat will like jump on the sofa while I'm watching a movie, and not necessarily in my lap or in like my personal space because we're still new to this. We're still building this relationship. But it was just so refreshing to see that I have grown up. I actually like animals. Like, that is so amazing. And so I had a new furry friend, and it was a pretty awesome exchange overall. And I just think that because I left the place in a better position and gave the best possible energy I had to offer, I absolutely know. It actually happened. I was welcome back. I stayed at their home two different times um, while in Chicago. And it's so funny, this pet story, because I stayed there the second time, and apparently their cat energy was different than like when they travel and they leave the cat at home by themselves and they just have somebody come and like fix the food. Well, apparently the cat, which was named Mason, apparently Mason energy was so much better after I stayed there, which is one of the reasons why I got the invite to swap again, like stay there again. But catch this, the neighbor asked if I can cat sit for them, like once while I was there. And so, moral of the story is, home exchange can absolutely bring out parts of you that you didn't even know that you were or that you wanted to experience and that you needed to experience. And it creates a bond that naturally just works for everyone. And so, I can't say enough about how awesome home exchange is. But I would love to know your experience. What positive or negative experiences have you had? What lessons have you learned when you were home exchanging? Share them with us. Let us know so we can be aware, and then we can just keep growing this list and just be a community of people who actually care about people and feel like they belong because we communicate well. So, hopefully, this video was helpful. We look forward to hearing your stories, and thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the other side.